Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another video, guys. In today's video, we're once again going to be covering Back 4 Blood. Now, this Back 4 Blood video is not going to be about the new campaign trailer that just released only a couple days ago. This is going to be talking about something that I feel like is honestly one of the most important and critical things to Back 4 Blood's success. And I have mentioned this before in several different videos. And I even mentioned as a very critical point in my one review video of the beta from a couple weeks back. But even though I have said this several times over, and I have said this to the point where I basically think that for the most part it's engraved into pretty much everyone's skulls, I want to make one last video just talking about this point alone and just trying to wrap things up so that way by the time that the launch of the game is here, the game is perfect. Because to have the game fail at this specific thing could kill the game, even if the game did end up doing well later. And that is going to be the launch window. So that is what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Because if Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood both want to coexist on the same levels of success, then Back 4 Blood has to end up having a good launch, which means it has to meet the modern standards of today, which is different than what it was back in the Left 4 Dead's era from almost a decade ago. And so since Back 4 Blood is trying to basically be the spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, it needs to end up being able to do not only some things right that Left 4 Dead already previously once did, but also some new stuff specific to Back 4 Blood, which I'm going to be covering in this video. If you guys end up enjoying today's video by the end of it, I would definitely appreciate if you could drop a like, comment, subscribe to show your guys' support. But let's talk about why I think that Back 4 Blood's launch window is critical to success, and why I feel like it's honestly being neglected in terms of everything else. So I'm not really a big stats guy in comparison to a lot of people. I don't go onto Twitch and just be like, oh, well, because this game's not in the top 5, it means that it's dying. I don't do that. I am not that type of guy. But however, though, is that one of the things I am concerned about is just the genuine amount of content on a given platform. Just because something's not being popular at this given hour or this specific day doesn't mean it's dying. But when you go months or weeks without seeing brand new fresh content on something, it's very concerning. Take, for example, the Back 4 Blood YouTube search. Every time you type in Back 4 Blood, you're going to get a whole bunch of videos, but the videos that you see that pop up are sparse. I want to end up showing you guys something. This is a thing that you can use yourselves. This thing is called Google Trends. All you gotta do is just type in whatever you want to end up having be a search term, and you can compare it to other search terms. So for example, this is Back 4 Blood just by itself. It spikes at the alpha date and the beta date. More significantly so at the beta date. And you can see where it is located in terms of search, and for how long, and what types of views it's getting. Then when you compare it to Left 4 Dead, obviously Back 4 Blood's more newer, so it's going to end up having a higher spike. But however, though, after the beta, it actually settles down to almost at the level of Left 4 Dead 2, which is to a certain degree not surprising because of how similar games they are, but it is concerning the fact that Back 4 Blood's newer, and yet it's not being as successful as I thought it would be. I thought it would be a lot higher than Left 4 Dead. Now let's take it and compare it to some other games, such as Among Us, and Fortnite, and Call of Duty Warzone. These games are stomping both Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood, and that, to a certain degree, shouldn't damper Back 4 Blood's success. Of course, there is going to be some games that just do more popular than others, but by this much, it's concerning. You can see this, that like the numbers are just significantly higher. Even the main YouTuber I think of when I think of Left 4 Dead content, Wow Such Gaming, hasn't made a Back 4 Blood video except for the beta review ever since the alpha review, which was several months ago. Turtle Rock, it looks bad as hell when you end up having one of your most popular search terms be the zombies in your game saying the N-word. Now, I know that this video might sound very harsh at the beginning for no apparent reason to some of you, because normally I'm quite positive about a lot of things, and even quite positive towards Back 4 Blood. And that is definitely true, but I want to end up being blunt and showing a sense of urgency when it comes to the game. I have said over the last several months that this game needs to end up having several good things going for it, including a good launch window. And even though I have said this, I want to reiterate just once again, because I feel like that even though I have engraved it pretty damn hard into a lot of everyone's minds, that it needs to be said one last time for it to really sink in. Because if the game ends up having a bad launch, you can't undo that. There's only one launch, there's only one attempt at giving people a good first impression, because even though a beta is still a good first impression, it's a beta. Most people have the common decency to wait until a game's launch, and the good news is that the one thing that Back 4 Blood has going for it is that in certain instances it's either free or it's extremely cheap, which means a lot of people are more willing to end up giving the game chances in a rough state when they know they didn't have to pay anything for it necessarily, but that's not the case for everybody. Some people, including myself, finally have put a lot of trust into Turtle Rock to go as far as pre-ordering the maximum editions of the game, which can go up to anywhere from $60 to $100. And these pre-orders mean a lot to not only the devs, but also to us, because we all want to make sure that this game does well. The alpha to the beta is night and day difference in terms of quality, and I assume that the launch of the game is going to be, once again, night and day quality difference from what it was once in the beta. However, though, this can't be something that is done over several months. This has to be done at launch. I have seen way too many of games have a bad launch and then therefore their reputation is permanently ruined. More people would rather end up playing a game once and they have a bad first impression. They would literally boycott the game in their own mind and never play it again because they don't want to be at the risk of being disappointed again. That's just the honest truth. No one wants to end up getting disappointed or hurt in their lives. And even if it's on a subconscious level, and even if it's just something simple as a video game, no one wants to have a bad experience. People want to seek pleasure and avoid pain. And if a game gives them a bad experience, they're going to go to a game that has given them pleasure before in the past, and that is usually done within first impressions. That's us as a human being. That is us as people. We are instinctively born to end up being a first impressions valued species. We do this with everything. So if something has a bad first impression, we will red flag it for the rest of our lives. And I'm not trying to put pressure on you, Turtle Rock, to scare you. That's not my intent with this. But I'm trying to end up being specifically very clear, concise, and firm. The beta was great. It was a massive improvement from the alpha. Now it's time to step up again and make the launch good. You so far have a lot of great things going for you, such as the game being free with Xbox Game Pass, the game being cross-play, cross-gen play, and being able to not only be very easily accessible, such as being able to end up having physical editions, digital editions, special editions. You have a lot of great things going for you about giving this game very ease of access to everybody. And I bet you there's probably even going to be instances where I can probably bet that you'll end up having it eventually be free-to-play weekends, or I would assume just have moments where you have good sales and stuff like that. But, you can't rely on those. When your players end up booting up the game for the very first time, no matter what platform it is on, they have the intent of playing a fun video game. And if the fun video game is not there, they will go to your competitors. They will go to something else, and they might even go back to, funnily enough, Left 4 Dead 2, because Left 4 Dead 2 is your other. It is your yin to your yang, if you will, because they're basically, that's what this game is inspired as. You say in your advertising, it is inspired and is made from the creators of Left 4 Dead. And Left 4 Dead is super easy to get access to, and it's fun. So whether or not that this game succeeds, you're probably going to end up having some people, not like it. That's understandable. But you want to end up having the most amount of people possible to like it. Because you don't want someone to be able to say, like, yeah, I played Back 4 Blood and I didn't like it, so I'm going to go back to an old game from 2009. Left 4 Dead and Back 4 Blood I know can coexist. And I know that Back 4 Blood will definitely have success regardless of this video. Because I can tell from the way that they're treating things and the way that they are, like, really concerned about the player base, and they want to be able to have the energy and the passion to make such a great game, and the amount of updates and the community feedback. I already know they're going to make a damn great game, but they can make a outstanding game, and that's what I want. I want this game to be one of the most popular games on Twitch if you're a statistic guy. I want this game to end up being something that's going to be a pop culture phenomenon where I can see people at Comic-Con dressing as the characters and the zombies at events. And I want to be able to see someone be able to be like, yeah, you know what, this game is fun, I'm going to recommend my friends. And then slowly but surely, this game could end up being trending and be one of the most infamous games ever. So when someone says Back 4 Blood or sees something associated with the universe, they know exactly what that's from. I want to be able to say, hey, have you ever heard from Back 4 Blood? And someone could easily say yeah, to the point where it's like Minecraft and Roblox, where you don't even have to think about it. That is what I want for this game. And I will just say this to conclude basically my final thoughts, is that Turtle Rock, once again, I want to reiterate, you have a fantastic game here so far, and I cannot wait to end up playing this game in less than a month at your launch window in October. This is going to be extremely a fun game, and I can't wait to not only bring over my new series ideas to this game, but even some of my old ones as well, and have this coexist with Left 4 Dead on my channel. because I want this game to do well. I don't want it to be popular for like a week or up to like 2 months and then die. Because like I said, there's going to be plenty of people that will play this game. It shows that you have the dedication, the work ethic, and the passion to make this game popular to at least a certain degree of people. But it can be at viral highs. I don't want to be like a couple thousand or maybe even a couple million. I want to be several millions. I want you to end up having it where so that way you can hop onto a game, you never have to worry about not connecting to a lobbies not having enough people to fill in. You just be able to simply pick up a controller, play the game, and just have fun. That is the idea at the end of the day. So I could have very easily just made a campaign review video and just hyped up your game even further. But I want to end up giving you something better than hype. I want to end up giving you honest to God, genuine feedback from a fan. Constructive criticism that will allow this franchise to not only be great for one installment, but potentially two. Maybe one day you will end up having so much success with this game, you might be able to properly be able to announce within full confidence that yes, there will be a Back 4 Blood 2, just like Left 4 Dead did. So guys, to wrap things up, other than that, I just want to say thank you all for watching. I tremendously appreciate. Thank you all for the several likes and comments and just support that you've given over the last several months with the Back 4 Blood videos and the series in general. I can't wait to end up making several videos and series on the actual full entirety of the game when it fully launches officially. I am very much looking forward to all the adventures we're going to have, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So make sure you end up leaving a like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more Back 4 Blood on the channels, and look out for more content coming out every single day. I hope you guys end up enjoying today's video. If you'd like to financially support the channel, please definitely consider checking out my Patreon. It's always linked down below in my YouTube video descriptions. Or you guys can use supporter creator code BlackNinja797 in all caps in the Fortnite Epic Games item shops, because that's very much appreciated because Epic is my very first sponsor. And that's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you end up enjoying another YouTube video from the most sneaky YouTuber you guys are ever going to see. Thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.
Hey, meme lords. Jesus here. And you better have enjoyed that video there by the eternal god Daddy Ninja. You should probably subscribe too, or the mighty Moab will come for your balls. If you enjoyed the video, you might like it too. And give me the memes. Flash, bang, boom!